Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, updates for you, news for you, many things to say. Remember to stay tuned every single day. Many updates, many stories here on the channel. I remind you to like this video, to turn on the notification bell. We are here together every single day for all the very latest. And today guys, we have to start with several stories. Manchester United, because here we go for Man United, finally, more than 1 month after the last one. Since the last one, Yuri Tielemans in July, now Carlos Baleba is really close to joining Manchester United. The deal is moving to the final stages. Manchester United presented an official bid in the last 24 hours, worth around £65 million. I understand that Brighton want a little bit more, so there is still no club-to-club full agreement, but the feeling internally at Manchester United and from those who are close to the deal is that the next proposal improved by Manchester United will probably get the deal done, and so there will be a green light for Carlos Baleba to join Manchester United and to also fulfill his dream, because it was the dream of Carlos Baleba to play for Manchester United. I think I told you in several videos from August 2025, 1 year ago, till today, and also not only during the transfer window. I remember even in November, in December, in March, in April, that Baleba was pushing personally to go to Manchester United. So Baleba has really offered himself to Manchester United several times. Baleba didn't want to take into consideration any other approach because he was still hoping for Manchester United. When he got injured, the feeling that the deal might be in danger was still making some parties not that confident, but Baleba was still fighting, was still convinced that he could get this move to Man United done. Now he will not be available eventually for the opening Premier League game, but the feeling at Manchester United is that Baleba will be fine soon, probably towards the end of September. This year there is a long international break, and so Carlos Baleba, who already has an agreement on personal terms with Manchester United since last summer, ready to become a Manchester United player. So I will keep you updated, but this deal is moving in the absolute right direction for Carlos Baleba and Manchester United. Despite reports of Manchester United maybe reviewing the deal for Ederson from Atalanta, that deal completely collapsed when the deal was called off, and now Manchester United go for Carlos Baleba. Also important to mention, guys, on Manchester United, that this is absolutely not over. This is not over because Manchester United are expected to do more. Manchester United are moving on different targets, so I don't think Man United market will be closed with Baleba. Man United keep looking at the left-back position, and we have to see what's going to happen eventually with the striker if Zirze leaves. So for Man United, it's still gonna be busy. In terms of busy hours, busy days, it's very busy at Arsenal in the last 48 hours. Why? Because Ezri Konsa, the centre-back from Aston Villa, always been a top target for Arsenal this summer, is now closing in on his move to the Gunners. The deal is almost done. From what I'm hearing, is 99% done, so the here we go could come any moment. I would say any minute at this point. That's why I'm constantly checking my phone. But what I can tell you is that the agreement between clubs is almost done. And it's about the owners of Aston Villa and owners at Arsenal in contact to find the best solution possible for all parties. The player has agreed on personal terms. There was a call this morning between the agents of Ezri Konsa and Arsenal to approve the contract, and they got the green light. Now the two clubs are accelerating on the valuation, so I think this could go quite fast for Ezri Konsa to become the new defender for Arsenal, can cover centre-back and right-back position, English international, so for Arsenal, obviously a good opportunity, and they are ready to proceed, also because over the recent weeks they tried for some other defender, for example, Mark Pubil at Atletico Madrid, but Atleti have no intention at all to negotiate, to discuss, and so Pubil is staying, and Arsenal are going for Ezri Konsa. Talking about London clubs, in the next hours, João Pedro will officially, in terms of media activity, sign his new contract at Chelsea. Everything is done. It was a story I told you a few weeks ago, now all completed. The documents have been approved, the paperwork are underway, and so João Pedro signs new deal at Chelsea. Everything is okay, also in terms of pay rise. João Pedro wanted to continue. Chelsea considered João Pedro impossible to touch this summer. Absolutely untouchable, even when Barcelona were interested in him, because Barça director Deco is a big fan of the player. For Chelsea was always absolutely untouchable and impossible deal. As we are talking about Barcelona, I want to mention something. There was a report today and I want to give you details. Livakovic, the Croatian goalkeeper from Fenerbahce, my understanding is that Barcelona are actually working on a deal for Livakovic. But let me explain. Barcelona already have goalkeepers in their squad. So this is not a deal for this summer. Barcelona are negotiating the possibility to sign Livakovic now, find an agreement with the club to send the player on loan, and next summer eventually replace Wojciech Szczesny if he decides to retire from football. So this will be a signing for 2027, like sign him as an opportunity and then loan him out. But it's not done at this stage. It's just a discussion, it's just an idea that Barcelona are considering. Let's see if Livakovic will end up being a future Barcelona player in this case. Talking about strikers, I want to mention Troy Parrott, the Irish hero with the Irish national team. He made history and now he's ready to switch to Real Betis. Deal agreed with AZ Alkmaar, 20 million euros package, 16 plus 4. Everything agreed also with the player who is now set to travel and sign for Betis. A big opportunity for Troy Parrott in a beautiful club like Betis, and so a big chance for him to shine also in La Liga, leaving AZ Alkmaar. And then Darwin Núñez, guys. There were many fake news around Darwin Núñez in the recent days. Someone said that Darwin Núñez is traveling to Turkey for medical with Trabzonspor. He never had any flight booked and he never gave any green light to the move with Besiktas, with Trabzonspor, because Darwin Núñez was still assessing his options, including options in European top leagues. But Darwin Núñez has decided to join Aldiria, to stay in Saudi. The agreement verbally is done, just waiting on the paperwork and on the signatures to follow. But Darwin Núñez is joining Aldiria. So the deal is in place, waiting for the next formal steps, and then Darwin Núñez leaving Al Hilal and joining Aldiria. Don't forget that Al Hilal are working to sign Ollie Watkins as new striker from Aston Villa. The third bid, 45 million euros package exclusively revealed yesterday, has been rejected, but Al Hilal remained there for Ollie Watkins. And then, guys, in terms of opportunities on the market, Paul Pogba, you remember I spoke to you about that a few weeks ago. Pogba is now a free agent. Contract terminated at Monaco, so Pogba is available on a free. Pogba is going to consider all the opportunities, including MLS and Saudi clubs calling. So let's see what's going to happen with him. But of course, Paul Pogba on a free is always something that is attracting interest on the market. Remember that he had a difficult season at Monaco in terms of injuries, but Pogba is ready for a new chapter, is ready to restart, and we will see where he's gonna end up. On all of these, guys, and much more, I will keep you posted in the next hours as always. So I remind you to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments about all these stories. Where do you see Paul Pogba going? And also Darwin Núñez, Troy Parrott, João Pedro staying at Chelsea, Konsa to Arsenal, Livakovic and this idea for Barcelona, and then Manchester United. Baleba is coming, but also plenty of movements to follow in the next days. So your opinions here, as always. Thank you, guys. See you soon.